Hello and welcome to Not So Awesome Review, and today we're looking at the Star Wars Hot Wheels Starships Select Razor Crest Hot Wheels. I guess that's how you would say that. Yeah, so this is part of Hot Wheels' new Starship Select line, which came out a couple weeks ago. They've been showing up randomly at different Targets. Mine finally had them in stock, and this is number 4 in the line that also includes the X-Wing Fighter Red 5, the TIE Fighter, and Boba Fett Starship, aka the Slave 1. And yeah, so a few things to note here is this does retail for $12.99, so it's a little bit more pricey than your average Hot Wheel, and it's not too much bigger than, let's say, the Batman, I don't know what you want to call these, but like the more premium ones, they're a little bit bigger. I believe these retail for about $6 or somewhere around there. They're around the same size, but when you pick them up, you'll definitely feel the difference in weight. Don't get me wrong, this Batmobile right here is definitely hefty, but this Razor Crest just feels very, very solid. And for a quick side-by-side, here it is next to an average Hot Wheel. This is the Mach 5, and yeah, you can see it's small, it's tiny, but for $12.99, it's not bad, especially considering that the only other options we have are the model kit, which in my opinion is a little bit overpriced for the size that it is. The Mission Fleet one, which looks really good, but I don't know. I'm a fan of Mission Fleet ships. I'm not a fan of the fact that they're in the Mission Fleet scale, if that makes any sense. And of course, there is the HasLab one, which is overly expensive on eBay right now, so there is that option if you are willing to spend like $700+. Or you might do what I'm thinking of doing and maybe 3D printing one, though the only reason I've been hesitant on that is because it's going to take like 60 hours just to complete the main body of the ship, and that's without the engines and the interior, so maybe one day I'll get to that. But anyways, the ship itself looks really nice. It does come with a stand that is inside the bottom of the box that you have to just open up, put together. It's really easy, really simple. I do like the stand itself. It does have, if I can pop this off, the Mudhorn symbol right there on the bottom. It does say Razor Crest, does say Star Wars, and the Hot Wheels down here. It is plastic and it feels cheap, but it holds the ship really well, surprisingly, especially considering, again, the heft of this thing, the weight of it. It holds it really, really well. So just going to lock in the focus so you guys can take a little bit of a closer look here. There are a few plastic pieces on here, mainly the two guns here. Some other things that look like they could be plasticky, but I don't think they are. I think it's just the matted paint on the engines here. You can see there is yellow in there, which looks really good. Some legal stuff right here. We do have some bolts down here. And there is a seam line running through the ship right there, all the way to the bottom right there, and then another one going through right there. So it's not a solid piece. We have another seam line right there and right there, but from a distance you're not going to notice it, and it's not that big of a deal. It looks really good. So like I said, these are plastic, and I wish that the guns were painted just a little bit nicer. They do have a decent paint job. There is a little bit of a I don't know, glistening to them, but something about them just seems off, especially compared to the rest of the ship. Maybe it's that they're too clean. Maybe, yeah, I think they're just too clean. So that's the only thing that stands out. Now, I understand why they did this in plastic. It would have been cooler, of course, if it was all like the die cast, the like nice heavy metal and everything. But that could probably become an issue because you don't want your kids going around accidentally stabbing someone with a piece of metal. The plastic can probably break off, and I can imagine in the future, years and years from now on eBay, you will see these and some of them will have these broken off, which will be a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. It's better to not have this metal in case you try and stab someone or throw it at someone, because that would definitely hurt a lot more. Just put it out there, if you throw this at someone, it will probably hurt. If you throw this at a window, you will probably break the window. So yeah, again, it does have some heft to it. Anyways, putting it back on the stand, which I'm actually impressed by the stand itself because it does hold the weight of the Razor Crest really well. And not only does it hold it, I mean, you can like tilt it back if you want it to be tilted back. You can tilt it sideways if you want it to be sideways. You don't want it all the way sideways, okay. You know, you want it where you want it, and it'll stay. So that's actually really good because, well, I guess if you go too far forward, maybe not, no, maybe it's just my little thing here. Yeah, we're good. My point is, aside from that little happenstance right there where this isn't level, yeah, it can hold the weight, which is really nice. It's not something I was expecting, to be that good. It doesn't kind of just shift forward on its own. I can see it like maybe if you leave it in one direction, as the year goes by, it's slowly going down, just because I feel like that would happen. But for the most part, at least right here in the few hours I've owned this, it's pretty good. I'm impressed. It holds its weight, which is great. Anyways, enough about the stand. Again, the Hot Wheel I think is really good. Great if you don't have much space and you want the ship itself. This is, definitely the way to go. If you want to get it for a gift for somebody, or if you want to get it for yourself just to put on display somewhere. Yeah, the smaller ships are awesome. I do recommend it. Again, $12.99, a little bit steep, but pick the box up in the store. You'll feel the weight to it, and maybe it'll change your mind, because that's kind of how I felt. I saw the price for it in the store before I picked it up, and I was like, oh man, I didn't know it was gonna be that much money. I was expecting like $6 to $7, but after holding it, I was like, okay, this thing has some weight to it, so it must be good. And yeah, it is. So anyways, that is my review for the Hot Wheels Razor Crest. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.